Welcome back to Sedstart tutorial. In the last session, we have seen automating the complete login scenario. Now here, in this session, let's see how we can make our tests configurable for data. Let's get into the project we created. Our project is My Source Demo, so I'll click on it. If you see in this login with valid credentials should work case, we have provided the username and password straight in. This is a kind of hard coding. Every time while running this case or every time when we wanted to log into the application, we may not be required to provide the username or the password or any values in the test creation page. Instead, which are always very constant, like the URL, username, password can be stored in the data profiles page for the created profiles and we can make utilization of it in the test page. Now, we have the profile as prod. Similar to this, we can also create another profile and we can create a set of variables and utilize those variables within each of the profiles created. And we can provide the values, unique set of values for each of the profiles and we can utilize those within the test. So this lets the user to work on multiple instances and with multiple users. Let's do that quickly. Now I'm creating a new profile as fraud alternate and the description as fraud alternate. There are two profiles available now. In the test page, when we click on the run, we could see run for fraud alternate. Now let's create two set of variables. One is username whose data type can be string and another one as password. We can set the type to secret. The purpose of setting it to secret is the given password will be encrypted and it will be displayed in the asterisk. This is for the security purpose and we can click on the create button. Now in the prod profile, let's utilize this username and password. Click on the new variable and select username. Click on the new variable and select password. The username for the first set of user, the username is virtual user and the password as secret source. It's encrypted in dots. I'm clicking on save. And for the prod alternate, let's utilize three variables: URL, username, password. For the URL, the site's URL, source demo, can be provided, and the username, second set of user, whose name is standard user, and whose password is secret sauce encrypted. Now we have one profile created here with three variables URL, username, password, and another profile as prod alternate created here with three variable URL, username, and password. Let's use this in our test. So for login with valid credentials should work test case, we have navigated using browser.current tab to profile.url on new tab opened as root. So here we are only specifying profile.url which will be pointing to the URL variable which has got the URL for the application and we are clicking on the username and here fill input field browser.username with value instead of the standard user, which is the straight value which has been hard coded, we can provide profile.username. And here, click on the browser.password waiting for nothing with photo as timeout. Here we are clicking on the password and fill input field browser.password with value instead of putting the value. We can provide profile.password. Okay, let me check the case. Password username. Password username. Click on the browser.login button. Verify if the browser.products page title text content is products. So we have utilized three variables URL, username and password here. Similarly, for the password, we have masked it. So the purpose of masking it here is in the test execution result also the provided URL will be masked and it will be encrypted and shown. Will not be able to see what is the password provided there. Now, when we click on the run, we have two profiles, prod and prod alternate. If we select the prod, then the URL will be storing the value of this and the username as visual user and password as the password that has been provided. And if we select prod alternate, URL will be what has been provided here and the username as standard user and the password that was provided and encrypted. Now let's select prod alternate here and click on Chrome. We can see all of the steps are executed successfully here. Since we have selected prod alternate, the username is standard user that has been provided in the username field. And the password is also from the prod alternate profile which has been encrypted or masked. And it has clicked on login button and verified the text content. The execution is passed. Similarly, we can also run it for the prod profile. So I'm searching prod here and clicking on the Chrome. Since I have selected the profile as prod, the username stores visual user. So we could see visual user is provided in the user name field. It has navigated, it has provided visual user and it has provided the password from the prod profile and that is also masked and displayed here. Let's click on login button and verify the text content. The execution is passed, execution result is passed. We can click on the details and check it. The total count of the test executed and its status, and we have the provision to check the videos here also. Okay, next page is point 5. Visual user is being populated because we have selected the profile as prod. If we could, if we click on the runs page, we could see two tests execution status with its ID, and in the dashboard, the automation status is 1, and the run status is 3, and the test status 3, which is passed, and detailed run status, the test which we have executed and ran, and the steps involved in it. Here also we could see the password is encrypted. It's being masked. Hope this video gives an idea of how we can configure the tests based on the data that we have to provide. In the next session, we will see how Sedstart supports the page object model flow. Thank you.